the Senate is expected to receive articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Congressional Republicans who have led the impeachment effort accuse Mayorkas of refusing to comply with the law and of breach of public trust related to his handling of U.S. immigration policy. The White House has dismissed a possible Mayorkas impeachment trial as, quote, a complete waste of time. Hear this. In U.S. history, only one other cabinet member has ever been impeached, and that was nearly 150 years ago. In February of 1876, a House of Representatives committee began investigating Secretary of War William Bellnet. He was known around Washington for his lavish lifestyle and extravagant parties, despite his government salary. The House investigation eventually revealed that Bellnet received more than $20,000 over several years in bribes, or brought to today's dollars, around $580,000. The alleged scheme involved a lucrative military trading post. Bellnet appointed those positions, and his second wife promised one of them to a man named Caleb Marsh. But the position was already held by someone else. Marsh told Congress he struck a deal with John Evans. To give up the job, Marsh would get quarterly payments from Evans that added up to about $12,000 a year, and Bellnet received half of each of those payments. After being informed of his impending impeachment over these kickbacks, Bellnet raced to the White House to submit his resignation in the hopes of avoiding an impeachment. Well, the Senate Historical Office describes Bellnet, quote, bursting into tears while handing in his resignation, which Grant accepted. But the House decided it still could impeach him. So on March 2nd, the House voted to send 5 articles of impeachment for high crimes and misdemeanors to the Senate. Ultimately, the Senate failed to reach the 2/3 vote that was necessary to convict. Many senators were concerned in that time of the illegality of impeaching an already resigned cabinet member. Mayorkas' impeachment trial is also extremely unlikely to result in a conviction, but some conservatives are still pushing for a trial. CBS News obtained a letter from 13 Senate Republicans urging Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell to, quote, fully engage our constitutional duty and hold a trial. It's also very important to note that in Mayorkas' case, the crime that he's being charged with is his, quote, alleged refusal to comply with U.S. immigration law, which he and the White House both deny.